Welcome to another video. Today we are working on the rank and file for the Hearthkin Warriors. Warp Estrake, hailed as the physical proof of kin technology or technological superiority, the incredible armor check crest nonetheless has a somewhat dark reputation. None knows who fashioned it, how or when, and all attempts to replicate Warp's Estrake have been seen ill fate befall those who try. Nonetheless, the crest allows its bearer to step between real space and the warp almost at will, crossing the battlefield in a series of flickering strides. Moreover, its mysterious inner workings project a directed field of intermingled energetic and empiric interface, which fouls nearby enemy communications and seems to jam all attempts to gain a teleport fix within proximity to Warp Estank transportation model only. Each time a bearer makes a normal move, advance, fall back, or make a charge move until that move is finished, it can move horizontally through models and terrain features. It cannot finish a move on top of another model or beside it. Once per battle, you may use the side-to-side transport stratagem if you select the bearer until the unit stratagem costs 0 CP. Enemy units that are set up on the battlefield as reinforcements cannot be set up within 12 inches of this model. The Hearthfist, its gauntlets contains the thermoreactive plasma core of unique design. When clenched into a fist, it begins to blaze with what is said to be the raw and furious fire of the heath itself, or hearth itself. Each blow from the hearth fist discharges furious blasts of plasma energy that shock and disintegrate, and it is said that those foes marked by death by the ancestors feel the burning wrath of the hearth. Worst of all, Model equipped with a mass gauntlet or concussion gauntlet only. This relic replaces a mass gauntlet or concussion gauntlet and has the following profile. The Hearthfest melee. Strength +4, AP -3, damage 3. Ability: each time an attack made by this weapon is allocated to a model in a unit that has one or more judgment tokens, that damage has a damage characteristic of 4. The Murmuring Staff. The Psycho circuitry embedded within this ancient stave is of a unique design that enabled the wielder to better access their otherworldly powers. Along with the blade of the ancestors, it is said to be only one of 2 weapons ever fashioned through immaculate forging by the Votann themselves, though prophecy speaks of a third still to be wrought. It is said that a suitably talented Grimnar who holds this staff hears the faint voice of the Votann themselves in his or her mind and can interface with them and gain their guidance at will. Grimnar only. The bearer knows 1 additional psychic power from the Skynrot discipline. In your psychic phase, if the bearer attempts to perform a psychic action, it can then still attempt to manifest 1 psychic power. Thyricate plate. Few substances, mined from within the galactic core, are as rare or dangerous to obtain as thyricate. Occurring only within the gravatic Tsumanici of the Thicus cluster, home to the abhorrent Scorvix. This substance nonetheless serves as both a perfect insular and phenomenal resistance. Lightweight armor alloy. Only once has enough thyricite been harvested to fashion an entire suit of void armor, but that suit remains a precious relic of the League of Votann to this day. The relic cannot be taken by exo-armor models. Add 1 armor saving throws made to the bearer. Add 1 to the bearer's wound characteristic. Volume's Master Artifact. The name Volume is spoken with deep respect within forges through the Leagues of Votann, for few Brokehire have ever surpassed her achievements. Her trusted rifle, reverently cared for the thousands of years, continuing to be the finest example of handheld gravitational technologies that can possess, able to project and maintain beams of ravening power instead of firing regular pulse blasts. Model equipped with the gravitation rifle only. The relic replaces a gravitation rifle and has the following profile. Volume Master Artifact 18 inches. Hunter 3. Strength 5. AP minus 3. Damage 2. Ability Beam. Each time an attack made with this weapon is allocated to a model with save characteristics of 3+ or better. That attack has damage characteristic of 3. Yama's shield. It is said that the ore used to forging of this remarkable shield was brought across the gulf of space aboard the first fleet of the kin. Nothing like it has been seen throughout the kin have searched tirelessly for fresh deposits of what appear to be a night of vanishable substances. It fell to the venerated Brokehire Yama to fashion the unique deposit into a ram's sheave and understand relics and perfect balance. Foes who assail the bearer of Jaeger's shield have proven themselves doubly foolish, not only of the factor efforts, fatigue against the unbreakable bulwark of only their efforts. Futile argues effort futile against the unbreakable bulwark of the shield itself, but striking it below relic in anger is a moral insult to the entire kin species. Once who dares land a blow it nearly permitted to keep breathing long enough to aim for a second. An higher champion model only once per battle. When a saving throw is failed for the bearer can use its relic. When it do so, you damage characteristic of the attack is changed to 0. Each time the battle bearer is using the relic rolls 1d6 on a 5+, if every model from your army has the Votann keyword, and is from the same league, excluding unaligned. The unit that made that attack gains 1 judgment token. Warlord traits. If a Votann character model in your warlord, you can use the Votann warlord trait table below to determine what warlord trait they have. You can either roll a d6 to randomly generate one, or you can select one. Ironkin assistance models can never be given a warlord trait. When you have determined a warlord trait for a Votann character model, replace all instances of the league keyword in the warlord trait, if any, with the name of the league and your model is from. One, ancestral bearing. This warlord carries themselves like an ancestor, or like the ancestor of aeons past, and commands much respect amongst the kin. Each time this warlord uses an ability in your command phase that specifies a range, you can add 3 inches to the range of that ability to a maximum of 12 inches. Add 3 inches to the range of a warlord's aura ability to a max of 12 inches. 2. Warrior Lord. This warlord is a supremely skilled combatant. No axe, blow, or sword strike they make is wasted. When they pull an enemy down, it stays down. Each time this warlord makes a melee attack, you can reroll the wound roll. Each time a melee attack made by this warlord is allocated to an enemy model, that enemy model cannot use any rules to ignore wounds it loses. Three, a long list. This warlord holds the majority of the galactic or galaxy races in contempt and sees out their many nemesis with a keen and inscrutable eye. No sooner have they settled at ground against one foe than they move to the next name on their list. Each time this warlord makes a ranged attack, the target does not receive the benefits of light cover against that attack. Each time you select a target for this warlord's ranged weapons, you cannot ignore the Lookout Sir rule of any unit that has one or more judgment tokens. At the end of each phase, if any enemy units with judgment tokens were destroyed during the phase by a league unit from your army, select one enemy unit that is visible to this warlord. That unit gains one judgment token. Named characters and warlord traits. If Uther the Destroyed or Destined gains a warlord trait, he gains both the Ancestral Bearing and Experienced Eye, a warlord trait. Thanks for watching the video. Please like and subscribe, share with your friends. If you like this content, you can follow me on Rumble, Odyssey, BitChute, or YouTube. I'm also on Locals. I'm using more as a donation place, or a supporter sort of haven. You can also provide single or monthly donations with the links in the description. If you have any problems, just let me know. And thanks again.